Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to share with you our approach titled Byroy's Pathfinder. We'll be exploring a bipartite strategy that I believe can really make a difference. Over the next few minutes, we'll go over the key concepts behind this approach and discuss how it can be applied effectively. So, let's dive in and see what this is all about. Let's talk about the bipartite approach to settling industrial disputes. Essentially, this means that the resolution process involves direct negotiations between the employers and the workers or their trade unions. Importantly, these discussions happen at the enterprise level, without involving the government. This method is all about mutual cooperation and collective bargaining. The goal is to find peaceful solutions to issues related to wages, working conditions, or grievances. By focusing on direct dialogue, both parties can work together to resolve conflicts effectively, which aligns with the overall theme of promoting peaceful and constructive labor relations. So, one of the key benefits of this approach is that it removes the need for prolonged legal battles or third-party interventions. This means we can save a lot of time and resources that would otherwise be spent on lengthy disputes. Instead, the focus shifts to resolving issues more directly and efficiently. This brings us to the idea of direct communication. When parties talk openly and honestly, it helps to clear up misunderstandings and build trust. Along with that, self-regulation plays a crucial role. It encourages each party to take responsibility for their actions and behavior, which is essential for a smooth resolution process. Another important point is that this approach encourages parties to take ownership of their problems. Instead of relying on external authorities, they are empowered to design solutions that are tailored to their specific needs and circumstances. All of these characteristics, direct communication, self-regulation, and ownership, are aligned with the overall goal of creating more effective and sustainable resolutions. They help foster a collaborative environment where all parties feel involved and committed to the outcomes. Let's talk about how fostering a win-win environment can really make a difference in the workplace. When both sides feel they're gaining something, it naturally leads to better harmony among employees, increased productivity, and higher morale. This is the foundation of mutual benefit, where collaboration replaces conflict. Prevention plays a crucial role here. The goal is to address issues early on, nip grievances in the bud, before they escalate into more serious problems like strikes or lockouts. By tackling concerns proactively, we can maintain a smoother, more stable working environment. Now, the key characteristics and objectives of this approach are centered around open communication, trust, and a genuine willingness to find solutions that work for everyone. It's about creating a culture where issues are addressed early and conflicts are resolved constructively. Connecting this to the overall theme, fostering mutual benefit and prevention helps us build a resilient workplace, one where conflicts are managed effectively and everyone feels valued and heard. That's the path to long-term success and harmony in any organization. Under the Industrial Disputes Act of 1947, the bipartite approach is a key mechanism for resolving labor disputes. This approach essentially involves direct negotiations between the employer and the employees or their representatives. To facilitate this process, India has established structured joint bodies, which are designed to promote dialogue and cooperation. One such body is the Works Committee, which typically includes representatives from both management and workers at the workplace level. The idea here is to create a platform for discussing day-to-day issues affecting workers and management, fostering better understanding and problem-solving. Next, we have the Joint Management Councils, or JMCs. These are broader bodies that usually operate at the organizational or industrial level, involving senior management and elected worker representatives. JMCs help in addressing larger issues like productivity, work conditions, and company policies, ensuring that both sides work together toward common goals. In addition to these structured bodies, the Act also encourages direct negotiations and settlements. This means that often, disputes are resolved through direct dialogue without the need for external intervention. The bipartite machinery in India, therefore, provides multiple avenues, through joint bodies and direct negotiations, to maintain industrial harmony. Overall, this approach underscores the importance of dialogue, mutual understanding, and cooperation in managing industrial relations effectively, aligning with the broader theme of fostering a harmonious work environment. Now, let's take a closer look at works committees. These are mandatory for industrial establishments that have 100 or more workers. The idea behind these committees is to create a platform where both employers and employees can come together. They are made up of equal representation from both sides, which helps ensure balanced discussions. The main goal here is to promote measures that secure and maintain good relations, or amity, between the two parties. This is crucial for a healthy work environment and smooth industrial relations. Moving on, we'll see how this concept fits into the broader framework of bipartite machinery in India. Let's talk about the Joint Management Councils, or JMCs. These councils are formed voluntarily, which means they aren't mandated by law but are created through mutual agreement. The main idea here is that they give workers a platform to participate directly in management processes. Through JMCs, workers can share important information with management, which helps improve communication and transparency. It also provides a space for discussing broader operational issues, like safety, productivity, or welfare concerns that affect everyone. This kind of participation fosters a sense of collaboration and partnership between workers and management, aligning with the overall theme of cooperative industrial relations. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's look at the bipartite machinery in India. This refers to the structured mechanisms, like these councils, that facilitate dialogue between two parties, workers and employers. It's an essential part of how industrial relations are managed in India, ensuring that both sides have a voice. In essence, both JMCs and bipartite machinery are about building a cooperative environment where issues can be discussed openly, leading to better workplace harmony and productivity. Now, moving on to Slide 8, let's talk about direct negotiations and settlements. The Act actually empowers both employers and employees to negotiate directly with each other. This means they can come together and work out an agreement without necessarily going through a third party. When they do this, they can sign a binding bipartite settlement, which is often referred to as a Section 18(1) settlement. This process is a key part of the bipartite machinery in India, which aims to facilitate amicable resolutions between the two parties. It encourages direct dialogue, which can often lead to quicker and more mutually agreeable solutions. Understanding this aspect is important because it highlights how the legal framework supports collaborative resolution of disputes, aligning with the broader theme of promoting harmonious industrial relations. Essentially, it gives both sides the flexibility to settle issues directly, fostering a more constructive approach to resolving workplace conflicts. Now, let's take a closer look at the key advantages of the bipartite approach. First, speed and efficiency are major benefits. When negotiations happen directly at the plant level, they bypass a lot of the bureaucratic delays that can slow things down. This means problems get resolved more quickly, which helps minimize disruptions in production and limits financial losses for both sides. Secondly, preserving relationships is a critical point. By handling conflicts internally and promoting open dialogue instead of resorting to adversarial court battles, companies can foster a more cooperative and trusting culture. This approach encourages management and labor to work together more effectively, which ultimately benefits the overall organization. These advantages really tie into the overall theme of building a more responsive and collaborative industrial environment. They highlight how the bipartite approach not only addresses issues more efficiently, but also strengthens the relationships that are essential for long-term success. Let's talk about the first key advantage, tailored solutions. Because workers and employers are directly involved in their own enterprise, they possess the most intimate knowledge of its specific needs and challenges. This deep understanding enables them to craft creative, localized and practical solutions that generic government rulings might overlook or fail to address effectively. It's about leveraging their expertise to find what truly works in their unique context. Now, moving on to the second point, cost-effectiveness. When disputes are resolved internally, it significantly reduces the heavy legal expenses that often come with formal labor courts. It also cuts down on administrative burdens, and importantly, it minimizes the lost work hours that can occur during lengthy legal processes or protracted tripartite negotiations. Overall, this approach saves time, money, and resources for everyone involved. These advantages highlight the core strength of the bipartite approach. By fostering direct, practical, and efficient solutions, it aligns well with our broader goal of creating a more responsive and effective labor dispute resolution system. Now, let's look at some of the key advantages of the bipartite approach. First, dispute prevention. Forums like works committees and grievance redressal committees, which are mandated in India under the Industrial Relations Code, play a crucial role here. They enable us to identify workplace issues early on, before they escalate into formal disputes or even strikes. This proactive approach helps maintain a harmonious work environment and minimizes disruptions. Next, there's the aspect of promoting ownership and morale. When workers are actively involved in dialogues about their welfare and company policies, it fosters a sense of ownership. They feel valued and heard, which boosts their commitment to the company's goals. This increased engagement naturally leads to higher productivity across the board. Overall, the bipartite approach not only helps prevent conflicts, but also builds a more engaged and motivated workforce, aligning everyone towards shared objectives. This approach really depends a lot on equal bargaining power between the parties. When both sides have similar strength and leverage, negotiations tend to be fairer and more balanced. However, in workplaces where trade unions are weak or management holds an autocratic or controlling stance, this method can fall short. In such cases, it might not produce the fair outcomes that everyone hopes for. When that happens, we often need third-party intervention, like conciliation or adjudication, to help resolve the issues. This highlights a key limitation of relying solely on direct negotiations. The success really hinges on the power dynamics at play. It's an important point to remember as we consider how to ensure fair and effective dispute resolution in different workplace contexts. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I really appreciate you being here and engaging with the material. I hope the key points we've discussed have given you valuable insights and practical takeaways. Remember, the main goal was to connect everything back to the overall theme of continuous growth and innovation. If you leave with one thing, I hope it's the idea that embracing change and staying curious are essential for success. Again, thank you for being part of this journey. I look forward to seeing how you'll apply these ideas moving forward.